Oh, qué rico. It's cold.
Buenos dias. Good morning, guys. We are starting today's video from the very beautiful McDonald's here in Canmore, Alberta. We just had a delicious breakfast here at McDonald's. Very healthy, of course. And look at the view from the McDonald's. It's got to be one of the most beautiful views you can have at a McDonald's anywhere in the world. For today's video, we are going on another little adventure. Not really a little one, it's a bit of a long drive, but the drive itself is incredibly beautiful. This is the first time Stacy's hearing about this, but we are going on what is arguably the most beautiful highway here in Canada, and debatably one of the most beautiful highways in the entire world. We're going on the Icefields Parkway. We're going to be driving about 2.5 hours north towards Jasper, not all the way to Jasper, that's too far. Along the way, it, like I said, is one of the most beautiful drives. You get to see all of the mountains, and the Icefields Parkway is a very great place to see animals. You know, we've been saying that a lot, and unfortunately we've only seen them from afar and haven't really captured it a lot on camera, but...
Well, yesterday we saw a bunch of little animals.
We saw a bunch of little animals, but I'm more talking about the bears. The bears is what I'm looking for. If we don't see a bear, we didn't see any animals. Let's go see what we can find. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver.
A bear. Vamos a bear.
Let's go enjoy another beautiful day here in the Rocky Mountains. Fingers crossed. So we literally just pulled in to the Icefields Parkway and we found a bear. And Stacy's already crying. Check this out, guys.
Hola, osito. Oh, wow. Hola, osito. Ay, qué lindo. Oh, look, it's eating like dandelion. Wow, baby.
What were the chances of that? We literally pulled into the park. The woman gave us a little pamphlet saying, here's some information. And Stacy goes, fingers crossed. We pull up 2 feet and there's a bear just eating dandelions.
Wow, I think that was a powerful finger crossing thing.
Yeah, it was. It was very powerful.
Oh
so far, the Icefields Parkway is living up to its reputation, as we just saw a bear not even a minute into being on this highway.
Wow.
So, fingers crossed for a grizzly. How about that?
Oh my god, yeah.
That was your first bear up close too, like really close.
And it was so tiny and cute.
Yeah, that was a young one. That was like maybe one year, I would say.
Very interesting. It was eating grass. It was eating dandelions. I didn't know they eat that.
So far, this highway has not disappointed, and we made a quick little stop here at a place called Big Bend, I think it's called. On this side here, you have this absolutely incredible view. It's so beautiful. Definitely not disappointing.
And it's so nice to see that like Rocky Mountain in front of you, because you can actually see like how like all the layers of rock and the shape is so crazy.
Alright guys, well we have made it to our official first stop of the day, which is a place called Icefields Glacier. We were planning to stop at another place. It's called the Columbia Icefields Skywalk. Knowing my luck, of course, it's closed. And this time...
they are repairing it or something.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but this time I actually did the research and it did say that it would be open at 9 a.m, but for some reason today is not open. I don't know. If you know why, let us know down in the comments. If it's for repairs, then okay, fair enough. I don't want to go on a bridge that needs repairs, especially because it has a glass floor.
Yeah, no no way.
But
But this is amazing. Like
Yeah.
this view. Wow.
This is very amazing. We have another excuse to come back to the Icefields Parkway and next time to Jasper. I will forever applaud people who do these types of things. I don't think I could ride a bicycle up a mountain like this.
either down. Like that's also scary. They go like so fast. My worst fear with that is like fall.
Don't get me wrong, it would be
Yeah.
scary going down, but that'd be a lot more fun than coming up. Well, since the skywalk was closed, we are going to start making our way back down Icefields Parkway towards Banff. This time we're going to actually stop at all the beautiful sights that Stacy has been seeing on the way up, but I've been telling her to ignore. So we're going to start making our way back down and checking everything out. And the first thing we're stopping at here is a little waterfall.
Tangle Creek, it says.
Tangle Creek. It's like a little waterfall, a little
Yeah.
creek here. So let's go check it out.
I love waterfalls. They're so beautiful. And I cannot stop saying this. I just really wish this was warm water.
I didn't even notice this spot on the map or when we were driving by, so shout out to Stacy for spotting this, because this is beautiful.
And from here, you have like right in front a mountain with glacier.
Yeah.
And you can see like how thick is like the
Yeah.
ice. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, just back here. You can see just back here, you've got the creek coming down right here, the mountains all right there, the waterfall behind us. This place is incredible.
There is a little path where you can climb and come all the way like here. I'm not sure if you can go all the way to the top, but here is very cool. It's such a cool waterfall. It's so fresh.
So it turns out maybe we were a little bit mistaken, and the actual skywalk is not closed. I think it's just closed for parking. You can actually go in if you take a bus, from what it looks like, from the next place that we're going, from the Athabasca Glacier. We're not going to bother trying now. We've already driven past it twice, so we've seen the view, and at the end of the day it is kind of just a bridge with a glass floor. Maybe we just didn't do enough research on this one, as per usual. We're going to move on to the next place now, to the Athabasca Glacier, which is very famous here. I don't know if we're going to do a tour or just pull up. I think we're just going to drive up the street and walk up to it though.
Wow. Look at this.
It looks like a different world.
Yeah, totally. And this is such a beautiful little lake.
What a cool place, huh?
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Like back there, there's a beautiful lake we're gonna show you.
Yeah, let's go up to the glaciers first. The glacier is right here behind us, actually, just over this little hill. So far from what we can see, it's actually free here. If you come with a car, you can park at the top of, well, at this parking lot is called Top of Glacier, I guess. And I actually think it's free to walk up the trail. I don't think you can go right to the glacier, but you get the viewpoint at least.
Yeah, and it looks like there is some tours that you can do like in a huge truck.
Yeah.
And they take you up to the snow.
They actually drive you on top of the glacier and you can get out and walk on top of it, which is also really cool, but we are not going to do that today. So before we head on up into the beauty of what is the Athabasca Glacier, I just want to share some sad stuff about it as well. In the 1940s, all of this that we are standing on was glacier. I also read that the experts believe somewhere between 2040 and 2100, the entire glacier will be gone, which is crazy to me because that's 16 years from now, possibly. You know, I remember coming here in 2009, I think it was, with my family, and I'm pretty sure that I remember it being much bigger. Of course, I think it was much bigger then. It does go to show the changing of the climate. You know, I know there's a lot of people who deny it, but it's evident, it's obvious. Things are changing and we are making that impact worse.
Yeah, I'm happy we're seeing it.
The next generations may never get a chance to see a glacier like this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we were actually also reading just behind us too that about just over 150 years ago that the glacier was 2 kilometers longer than it actually is right now. So it would have gone all throughout this entire valley, which
Pretty
is
much.
Yeah, nuts. But a cool thing that we learned, some of the ice that we see right here is actually somewhere about 400 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, now that the sad stuff is out of the way, let's go enjoy the beauty of it. And it is a little bit windy and a little bit cold here as well. So it's good to bring a jacket, no matter the time of year, I imagine.
It says that the glaciers create their own like cool weather. All this cold wind is because like all the air comes through that cold ice and it feels way cool.
Yeah.
Cooler than normal.
And you can definitely feel it.
Winds. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we're learning a lot today. So what year were you born?
1993.
Basically throughout Stacy's life, the glacier started here, or was here when you were born, and went all the way back there. That's how far back it's receded.
It's melted quite a lot.
It's melted a lot, yeah. So I guess this is about as close as we could get to without paying, which is...
Still very nice.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. We still get a really nice view here of the glacier itself and also all the melt and the runoff coming down, which is, I guess, feeding into that lake that is somewhere over that hill there. Sunwapta Lake, I think it was called. The nice thing about this place is it's actually very easy to access. I've noticed a lot of older people coming up here as well. It's not super steep. It's very safe to walk up, so bring your kids, I guess your dog, your grandparents, whatever. My closing thoughts before we leave Athabasca Glacier is I really wonder, what does it look like from the top? What can you see on the other side? My curiosity is getting the better of me again, and I wish I could know. When I get home, I'm gonna check on Google and see if I can get an idea of what it might look like. I cannot feel my hands. It is warm in this truck. Let's stay in the truck for a little bit.
Yeah, please.
Let's go for a drive back down towards Banff.
Let's go. Wanna see more bears.
Yeah, let's go find some bears. So we've come to another little viewpoint here of this waterfall, but first we managed to find another bear. How you feel being so close to a bear right now?
It's nice. It's a little bit scary, like.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I know you're not supposed to run, but I would be like.
We should be giving it more space, to be honest, but it's right on the side of the road.
I love them to see them eating grass like a little cow. Some people like didn't know that there was a bear because this is also like a spot to see the waterfall.
We had to see the waterfall.
And they were getting out of their car just right next to the bear because he's right next to the bathroom.
Yeah, sometimes it seems like all those warning signs can be a little excessive, but they're not. They're there because you just never know. I mean, like people here are literally walking up to it without noticing it's there. So I mean, imagine if you were on a trail.
Oh my god! Or like, oh Chile, you're gonna take it like a shit. I will shit my pants right away.
So as I was saying, we're not really supposed to be that close to the bears, but this one is right at a pullout here for a very beautiful site, which we'll show you in a second. But somebody just stopped by, one of the workers in the area, and said that bear specifically is a problematic bear, so we shouldn't be outside of the vehicle.
Well, he said like when they have a collar, I guess they also do it for tracking purposes, but that when they have a collar, it could be that it's a problematic bear.
He was mentioning that we should not be outside of our vehicle when we see a bear with a collar. In my opinion, when you see a bear in general, I didn't really like being that close to the bear, and I don't like being around big crowds that crowd around a bear, but
sometimes as well you see a crowd, so you feel also like, okay, we're all together.
Yeah.
Like we're just like here away, but like at any moment they can just run against you, and like, what can you do?
Nothing. You can't outrun a bear, and you cannot climb a tree to get away from these bears. The only thing you can do is find safety, like your vehicle.
Yeah, that's pretty much. They're definitely scary. Like I saw the size of their paws, like the video we showed yesterday as well. Their paws are like, I don't know, like if that's a young one.
That's a pretty young one.
See like a big male.
Well, black bears don't normally get that big, but that one I still think is pretty young. But yeah, to see a grizzly bear, I've seen a few in my life, and they are massive.
Yeah, they were like 2 meters, so imagine.
Yeah, they're very tall and very heavy and very strong and very aggressive.
Oh my god, no.
All right, well, we're gonna wait a moment, and then we're gonna actually check out the reason why we stopped here, which is this beautiful waterfall, which is right behind us as well.
Bye, Osito!
Our next stop for the day is also our lunch break. A really beautiful place that I remember from a few years ago called Saskatchewan Crossing. Check this out, guys. It's nice and warm here.
Warm?
Warmer.
It's very beautiful. Everywhere is just like insane. I don't know.
So for today's little picnic, we have a buffalo chicken wrap that we picked up at a grocery store. We have some fruits. I don't know what type of sandwich you got, actually. Which one did you get? You got a roast beef sandwich with some ham and cheese. That looks pretty tasty. And then we have Stacy's new obsessions of salt and vinegar chips and her beef jerky. And pickles.
Give me my pickles.
So we made an agreement here that we would picnic across from each other so that she can watch my back and I can watch her back just in case the bears come.
What?
Is that a sour pickle?
Yeah.
Saskatchewan Crossing so much is because of this beautiful view here of the valley below us. And we were just reading now that this place was actually a very common trade route for the Aboriginal people, and they camped here and I guess hunted, and for thousands of years. They were just kind of mentioning about how important this area is, and I guess you can kind of see it's like a very open space here, so it must have been a much safer area for them to travel through than traveling over these hills and everything.
It'd be so cool to just camp one day there, you know?
Yeah,
like...
get woken up by a grizzly bear.
I know.
The topic of today is bears. We're also reading now that this area here is also a popular migration route for lots of different animals like elk, goats, wolves, bears as well, I assume. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a big open space, and I was even reading here that it gets almost no snow throughout the winter, which is shocking to me. Just a final piece of information. This river here, the North Saskatchewan River that we're actually looking at, it starts at the Columbia Icefield, which is where we were earlier, at the Athabasca Glacier, and it goes all the way to Lake Winnipeg, which might not mean much to you, but that is thousands of kilometers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's very, very far away from here. The sad reality here in Canada these days is looking at all the green and how our forest is supposed to look, and then right next to it, all of this burned by wildfire. I don't remember when this wildfire would have been, but as you can see, it was quite big. And it burned a lot of this area along the mountain there. One of our last stops here on our way back down the Icefields Parkway is probably the most famous place, which is Peyto Lake, which is a very beautiful lake. I've never actually seen it before, but I know that it's famous also because it is in the shape of a fox. We managed to find a lot of snow here as well, so yeah, Stacy's happy.
It feels solid.
This is what it looks like when you bring a Costa Rican to the snow.
I want to go and lay down there.
Go do a snow angel. I think it's too icy now.
Yeah.
Well, apparently there's two options. Do we do the easiest trail or do we do the normal trail?
Like it's 100 meters, but the easy.
It's less elevation, or at least it's not as steep probably.
But it's 50 meters more. I'm tired now.
We actually decided on the easiest trail because there's less people and more snow. You'll regret that in a bit.
Wow. I cannot believe this color.
We were just reading about how the lake gets its color, and it comes from the glacier. Some other things that's like shifting rocks and creating the color down there. And you can see where the glacier actually runs into the lake.
It says like the glacier water and like the moss create like particles underwater that absorbs all the other colors but just reflects the blue. That's why it looks so blue. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean,
I've never seen something like as blue as this.
Being from Canada, of course, I've known what this place looks like from Instagram photos and in general seeing it, but for the first time actually being here, I'm very impressed. Can you guys see the fox shape in the lake? It's right there. It's very beautiful. Wow. I left Stacy alone for 1 second and she just made her first ever snowman. That's a pretty cool place to make your first snowman. And our final stop of today's video is going to be this place here called Bow Lake. Oddly enough, in June, there's still a little bit of ice. I don't know if I'd call this ice or slush, but we still have a little bit here.
Water. I really wish I have a swimsuit right now.
Yeah?
Just like for being the last spot, I would just go there and swim. Look at that water. It's like transparent and clean and like turquoise. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I really wonder like if in summer, if you come here with a floaty and just be here.
I'm sure people come here in the summertime all the time, float out onto the lake, come in canoes as well. I imagine it's a very popular
I would love
thing.
that.
I feel like most things to do in the Rocky Mountain area, or at least in Canada in general, is go to the lake. Our lakes are pretty damn beautiful, I'm not gonna lie.
Good. Eso, mi amor.
That right there is about as cold as I will ever get to a cold plunge. That was really, really cold. My feet are numb right now, but worth it.
I have high socks and like to get them off, yes, that's my excuse.
It's a weak excuse, to be fair, but I'll take it. I thought about the idea in my head and I said I had to do it, so yeah.
Oh, I want to do it now.
You can take your socks off and roll up your jeans.
Why not, right?
There she goes.
Okay, lista.
Walk in.
It's cold.
Go further.
No, because I went.
It feels like you're losing feeling in your feet.
Whoa.
I think Stacy thought I was exaggerating.
No, but as soon as you get off and like put your feet in warm rock in the sun, it feels nice.
When you're in there, it's needles.
Yeah, it's nearly, it's like you start to feel like a pain. I wonder like if when people do that, like the cold thing, if it feels like that.
Oh, of course. I don't know how people do it. That's just our feet. I don't know how people
Yeah.
do their whole body.
I guess of course you gotta like start like little by little and get used to it. But it feels nice. It feels like
Yeah. Someone one-upped us.
oh my god, that's so strong.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, while our feet are freezing, it feels about as good of a time and about as good of a place for us to close out our video today. We hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Exploring the Icefields Parkway is an amazing time. Hopefully in the future we can go even further. Like I said, go up to Jasper and explore some of the other areas up there as well.
It's been an awesome day. It was so cool. Like as soon as we got into this magical like land, we saw bears. We saw beautiful blue lakes, all type of mountains and animals. It's just beautiful.
Well, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll link our Instagrams down below, and we'll see you guys in our final adventure here in the Rocky Mountains.
Bye.
Ciao. Thank you.
Thank you.